So I just watched Spike Lee's Highest to Lowest. It's streaming on Apple TV. It tells the story of Denzel Washington, who's a super successful music producer, and he's conquered the world, and he's in the middle of either expanding or selling his company. One of those kind of business crossroads that can be the genesis for plots for movies. When his son is kidnapped, Jeffrey Wright is this kind of man on the ground, his assistant from the old days, it kind of appears, and the FBI show up. Of course, that whole hoopla takes place. Spike is, of course, interested in the values of today. You know, it's a really heartfelt movie about dealing with themes and ideas of money or culture, the value of success, what's more important. You know, he's clearly looking out at the culture today and wondering what our values are. And I've seen Jerry Seinfeld talk about how people used to want to be rock stars or artists. Now just everybody wants to be rich. As a film, and it said some of the scenes in another filmmaker's hands would have been shorter. Like, he establishes characters, he loves them. He wants you to love them, as opposed to another filmmaker might have zipped the drama along, which I'm kind of fine with. I do like the kind of deep feeling that Spike Lee's films offer, especially for a Saturday night movie. Somebody had said in a review that the Akira Kurosawa's original was more taut and anxious, which the way you think this film should be. But of course, Denzel Washington experiences a transformation of values, you know, between money and art. You know, sales over quality, quality over content. And especially for a fan of films, I mean, this is a huge discussion. You know, the movie houses have been riddled with movies for teenagers. So in that regard, it was good to see. The only thing is, though, any adult watching this is already going to have those values anyway. Are we going to get anything out of it? Like human-splaining, just telling somebody that they know something already. Be a good person. There's a lot of cool dialogue. When I mean cool dialogue, not in the Tarantino way, speaking as an Irishman from Dublin, kind of the way cool rappers or African Americans talk. And Denzel absolutely eats it up. I thought 2 or 3 times that he should work with Tarantino, although they had a fallout years ago. Who knows, maybe they'll get around to it. He's leaner than he has been. You know, he's on a health kick, he's in his 60s, he even does some running. Not a bad stride, but it's a good film. There's some absolutely spectacular filmmaking moments in it, like Spike Lee's close-ups, the use of light. But other than that, it's a very, very stripped down, restrained film, shot with digital cameras. There's a grand operatic open. I love that about Spike Lee. He wants his films always to be bigger than they are, although they never quite are, at least economically. Not a bad addition to his canon. I've always enjoyed Spike Lee's films. There's a bunch of other ones I'm going to get to here because I want to revisit them, because he's such a named director. Straight away when I studied film, I dove in and checked out all his stuff, so I'm going to do a couple more. Anyway, look, like and subscribe, leave comments on the film if you liked or didn't like it. I mean, it is a divisive film, it's not overtly entertaining. My brother didn't really like it, but he watched it all the way through. That in and of itself says something. You know, it took up his time. You know, he wanted to see it play out. He admired the filmmaking. Denzel is endlessly watchable. So there's that there. Again, like and subscribe, leave comments. I have a couple of comments to catch up on, but if you leave a comment, I'll review the film in a week or talk about it.